Welcome back to Metal Warriors. My name is Narcotis. We're on the final mission, the home stretch. The Great Bamboozle. I don't know what that means. Alright. So, the name of the game here is self-preservation. Except in this first part, you kind of want to just get through it as quickly as you can. Because there's a health pack right here, so don't even need to worry about what damage you're taking. Okay. These guys. So, I will say, I think this game is one of the most underrated SNES games ever released. First of all, I mean, this was released in like '94. I mean, this is a really old Super Nintendo game too. You know what I mean? This wasn't like, you know what I mean, like games like Yoshi's Island and I don't know what else. But those are games that existed almost in the same time period that the Nintendo 64 existed. And you know, things were a lot more advanced, budgets were bigger, and this is a pretty small time game too. You know? There wasn't a huge team of people. I mean, there was a good amount of developers working on this, but it wasn't like a huge team. And I'm not saying that makes a game better, but I don't know. I just appreciate it more when like a small band of developers gets together and kind of makes something fantastic. The artwork in this game is great. The music's okay. I'm gonna say it's not my favorite soundtrack, but it does what it does. And I mean, I just love all the gameplay, like the guns and the weapons and all the different mechanics of every suit. I mean, there's 6 playable robots to choose from, and you use them throughout the entire campaign. It's just fantastic, guys. So play it. I mean, I know you're all itching to play it after watching me play it, right? But I'm gonna say it. I've said it like 1,000 times already. The best part of this game is the multiplayer. Whoa! That usually doesn't happen. Usually it just runs right into the wall. So I mean, back in a long time ago, there was a program called Z-Battle that. Oh, jeez. You can see, guys. I'm taking tons of fire here. That allowed players to kind of play with each other online with a Super Nintendo emulator. Using gravity right there just kind of makes it way too easy. I think I mentioned gravity is kind of useless earlier in the series. I want to take that back because I forgot how useful it is, or can be, in these like vertical ascension kind of levels. Anyway, so back in the day there was a program called Z-Battle that allowed players to play against one another. That I actually didn't really know. Even when it existed, I didn't know too much about it, and I never used it. But it allowed players to play Super Nintendo games competitively against each other, and it was extremely competitive. Like there was leaderboards and rankings and stuff like that, and you could still see that. I mean, I think there's actually a replacement for Z-Battle that was released called Z-Net or something like that. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's being used by people, but anyway, the point is that Metal Warriors was among the most competitive games on there, alongside like Killer Instinct and Street Fighter 2. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Street Fighter 2 was up there. I'm assuming it was. I think some sports games were up there. I really, you know, like I said, I didn't really following it when I was around. There's a little cruncher guy here that I'm just gonna wait for it to close. There it is. Okay. So yeah, like I said, people who know this game know it for its multiplayer. Oh shoot. Alright, so what I was trying to do there... Oh, you know what I can do? I can just do this. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm not going to use Prometheus too much in this fight. Hopefully I won't have to, but I bring him along sort of as a backup plan in case I need to switch suits. I don't imagine I will. I've got a pretty solid strategy for this guy. Okay, so here's the first phase. He just kind of swings this ball and chain, and you just shoot him until he drops it. I hit the ball and chain anyway. And then for the rest of the fight, you do this. And I'm not kidding. You stand here and shoot, and then block these guys. That's the whole fight. The entire fight. But this is the last boss, the big green robot. I'll try to give you a full-blown shot of his glory right there. This is the secret weapon we were supposed to dispose of. And yeah, there's not much else you can say about this fight because it's ridiculous. I don't know, I mean, I honestly don't know a better way to fight this guy. Like, you know, every boss has his strategy, you know. But, you know, like you've seen throughout the entire game, all the bosses I've been fighting, like I've been kind of just cheesing them, you know what I mean? I just stand in one spot and shoot. But I mean, honestly, like you try to fight it normally, there's not really, I mean, if this wins, why not do it every time? You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's, like, is there honor in fighting him, like, by moving around the screen or something? I don't know. It's an interesting subject I'd like to explore more. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. But, you know, I'm just going to say whatever works, you know, and justifies the means for me. Like if you look back on Mission 5, the snow level, where I just stood and shot up my gun vertically to destroy that cannon, that's, I mean, like, I don't feel good about it for some reason, but you know, it works because I tried, believe me, I tried several different methods of destroying that boss, and when I discovered that, I just, you know, just kind of stuck with it. Okay, so here, you can see he's gradually becoming more and more, like, blown up, decayed, falling apart, in a state of ruin. And at the end here, he doesn't even have a gun anymore. He just stomps around all angry. He's hopping mad right now. Yeah, I just said that, alright? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay, so now the boss is dead, and this guy is trying to get away. Look how tore up my armor is, by the way. I'll never stop you. Oh, okay, so you don't want to actually try to face this guy in a firefight, because he'll win. He will win by a long shot. So what you want to do is kind of just keep a safe distance from him, because every corner you round, he'll try to drop grenades on you, and then you kind of just nose your way up here, and then get ahead. Haha! Because he is not smart enough to just go right up the middle. And like any good video game, big escape sequence at the end. So anyway, you take the suit and you fly your way up out of here. I'm just gonna let it kind of go for a second here. Ah, he's dead. He kind of exploded. You see his corpse flying around, and we make it out alive. It was a huge explosion, and our suit crash lands. Oh no! The charred remains of Nitro. I just want to say, I really think that no music here would have been better than the same song we've heard every single mission. Hey, that's me. I've got gray hair. I'm old, apparently. or I'm just classy. But yeah, I think no music here would have been better than than music at all. Or maybe like have like a victory music start playing when he opens the hatch or something. I don't know. Point is that I'm just really sick of this song, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, it's not bad. It's just we've heard it a billion times now, you know what I mean? Like, literally every single mission. But, you know, it's not my game, I guess. So you can see there's not a lot of people that worked on this game. Like I said, this is about the same time that games like you know, Link to the Past. Well, maybe not Link to the Past. Probably a little later than that. But maybe like F-Zero, perhaps. I don't know. It's really old. 94, I believe I said, right? I think that's when it was released, 94. And you know, for that day, these are just excellent graphics. There's not much else you can say. This was before LucasArts kind of became their own thing. And then the game just kind of starts over. So let me show you guys one more thing. So there's the head-to-head mode. See, you have one player choose, and then the other player chooses as well. And then there's the split screen. Ba-da! And like you can see in the middle, enemy unit. There's an arrow pointing. It tells you where the other player is at all times. So they're like, even if you know you're quote screen cheating, it doesn't matter because it tells you where they are anyway. So really, looking at their screen was kind of part of the whole game. And then once you kill them, you can kind of fly around. And you know, there's like all the maps are kind of specialized. There's like item drops that respawn all the time and stuff. Anyway, and then the losing player chooses what to do next. And it's fun. It's really fun. And then there's a question mark mode that opens up when you beat the game. What is it? Ah, what in the world? It's this crazy game developer thing. I don't know what it is, you guys. I didn't make this game. I'm assuming there's some sort of crazy inside jokes going here. Let's see if I can get this guy to run. Okay, who's this guy supposed to be? I think this is... you know, I don't think I have the shoot button set. I don't care. Anyway, that's Metal Warriors, you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.